All right, what's your grand plan this time?
Part of it is already in play. You see, the timing of our arrival was no accident.
That doesn't look short.
There are prognosticars from outside the Timeless Shores visiting. They are the ones I want to target.
Target how?
I need to imprint a vision into their heads using my catatonic grip.
Okay, so they have to be distracted so you can get close.
That is where my plan depends on your assistance, yes.
I see. Attack the foreign prognosticars and let Zagan finish them off with his catatonic grip.
We are on the same page then. Good. Please be so kind as to find us a suitable landing, Aethir.
Very well. 4 targets. We haven't started off at the tower base, have we? Could we work our way down there? To the loading bay? Is that something that we can do comfortably? Oh, it's that garden bit, isn't it? Some of the crew can swim, but not all of them. So maybe that's not an ideal spot. Maybe we do what appears to be the default plan, which is start on this side and work our way across A, B. So we start on Barracks Wall. Now, who do we bring if we want this to be a fairly quick mission? Gael hasn't been on a mission for some time, nor has Yuki. But then Yuki's probably coming on the next mission because we're probably doing her DLC next. Now, if you want to make a mission quick, you bring Salady.
Let me at him.
So let's do that. And then let's bring Gael. She can distract Proggies with firecrackers or something and allow Zagan to slip on in.
Once again we find ourselves at Gran Alcazar.
I usually do not care to dissect undertones, but I recognize that you're not fond of this place.
How would you like to frequently return to the place of your imprisonment?
I lived in the confines of my mortal body for decades before I unchained myself with a black pearl, which I considered quite unpleasant. I will attempt to make this a swift operation.
Appreciated, apostate.
Yes, let's make it swift.
Bigger solution. I hope you don't struggle with confined space. Oh, no problem.
Oops, where are we going? Salady, what have you just done?
Will attempt to
Bit of
make
a
this
misclick.
swift operation.
Remedies for the dead. Oh, no problem.
Right, this time, can we just put that guy in our bush, please? Thank you. Okay, so we're in.
A memory imprint.
Now, we've been here before, but we want to work our way down to there, so we could go through that door. We certainly could. Come along, crew.
Oh, this is fascinating.
Let's go for a quick double kill.
One less to worry about. Let's cover this.
Now, Salady.
Oh, I like that.
No, don't go that way, dear. There's a door right in
This
front
would
of
be
you.
fun to
Why
come
would you
back
try
in.
and go all the way around the map? Oh, are we not allowed through this door? Well, that scuppered some of my plans, somewhat.
Incoming.
I mean, it says we can. Is it because it's locked, or is it just because we're not a prognosticator or an acolyte? But, right, so that guy can see
Alright,
it to about
easy
there.
fix. Any cannons loose? I'll be cautious. Always up there. Yeah, let me at him. A bush for hiding. Switch shrub.
So there we
Coming
go.
through.
We've got down this bit.
A nice bauble.
And now we should be able to work our way a bit further in without too much trouble. Where do you look? You do look at that guy, but then when you turn around...
Working on it. Needs you wanna hide, yeah? Ready for a challenge.
I had calculated that.
Okay. Now we could drop everyone down here.
Sure as the storms.
Oh?
Oops, no.
Abomination!
Okay, that's not going to work. I was going to sneak down to that cannon.
Let's try again.
But then,
Hey,
what if we just
try this fruit.
lure this guy out?
me this way.
I'll trim their numbers.
The science of slaughter
Yeah.
intrigues me, Sir Lady.
You never
There's no
cease
problems
to
that you
amaze
can't solve
me.
with Salady and a reverse Wonder Dust.
What's the delay here? The impertinence.
Taking a break, are we? Hello? I'm waiting.
Are you going to come over here?
Walk
Doesn't
the
look
other
like it.
way.
Your
This
task
way.
demands it.
Can't be caught
That guy
wandering
walks
anymore.
into
I
the
shall
wrong sort of spot.
report this. You hear?
I mean, Zagan can
My
run across here,
premonition
right?
was correct then.
Strange.
Oh, okay, he can just run all the way over here. Good. Now let's have a think.
Enticing.
I mean, that guy can't be seen quite where he is. Is there room to sneak around there? There is.
I will take their souls. Enjoy the visions.
Good. So that's that guy out the way.
Is key.
6
And then-
grams of death root, 2 drops of moonshine.
So Lady can
Hiding spot coming up.
move over here.
Nose from the
And then when
ground.
that other guy comes back, we can lure them in with a bit more reverse Wonder Dust.
3
Although,
little cuts.
at this point, we can also just take you out.
I got you. My arms. Like leaves in the wind, but reversed.
Flame
This
gets me.
plan's growing. Next page. Oh, no problem.
Cool. So that's everyone out the way over here. Now that's not one of our prognosticators. That's just a prognosticator. So where do you look?
Working on it.
You can see over here.
Ah, yes. Nice little stroll.
Nice little stroll.
Let me see your soul.
Okay, that would have worked if not for that bloody patrol. This always happens. I always pick exactly the wrong moment to do anything. Because a patrol's roaming around.
Get over here, matey.
Ah, yes. Nice little stroll.
Let me see your soul. We should all wrestle sometimes, lady. 3 little cuts. Huh. Strange soul. I gotcha.
Okay, so that's all those goons
Working
down.
on it.
We can't take down this
Nice
Udex,
capture,
can we?
Barney.
Because there's one over here somewhere that will see us doing so.
Blessed rounds.
Yeah, okay. Unless we're real quick.
Incoming. Any cannons loose?
I mean, we've got the quickest melee attack on the team.
This moment is
Anybody
ours.
up for a ride? I hope you don't struggle.
That almost worked. It looks like it could work if we timed it a little better.
Careful, I have a short fuse. Better hold your breath.
No.
Unleash.
Who wants to get shot, huh? Sure as the storms. Don't get...
So close to working.
Once more.
Who wants to get shot, huh? Bien sûr. I hope you don't struggle.
It feels like it should be working. In fact,
Unleash.
Careful, I have a short fuse. Sure as a storm. Better hold your breath.
but it's clearly not working, so let's stop trying it.
Once more.
Hey! Never try this fruit. Oh, no problem.
Good. And now we're working our
One
way
day I'll
in.
find out how you do it.
So that's the one we need, and there's another one up there who's probably being watched by someone. Yeah. I should know how to do this section because I've done it before. But that was a little while ago. And I think I had Pincus on the team, which made life 50 times easier. What if we sneak out there and sneak back in there? No, we haven't got anyone in the cannon right now. That's unfortunate. But maybe it's fine. Let's go out this door. Okay, so we can throw a distraction there. Which might just allow Salady enough time to get the kill on this guy.
I'll trim their numbers.
Let's see.
A memory imprint. Next patient.
Yeah, it does. Good.
As many as you like.
And then
Souls from the air.
that guy's coming over to look
I am a
around.
servant of the Grand Design.
But that's fine.
The crackles draw them.
Was it a trick? Or part of the design?
I wonder if we could lure people out of doors.
As you command.
But they're not quite in the right range, I don't think. Either way, we've got one of the Udex down.
never reach my rank like this.
How might one get to the second one? Do we need to worry about the second one right now? I mean, no one's really watching them.
Oh, I see.
So the answer, as with so many things in life, is probably Salady.
Working on it.
My eyes.
Cover seed.
Okay, let's throw the bush up there again.
Coming through.
And now we actually wait for the Udex to...
Treatment's ready.
Okay, who saw me there?
They forget. We remember.
That Kindred.
No cover. Easy fix.
This could be trickier than I thought.
Treatment's ready.
Although,
You can do
good.
acolytes.
Now,
Interesting choice, Marley.
okay, that Commissarius was blatantly watching that.
Return.
It'll only hurt a bit.
And now that patrol was watching. So again, it's a matter of patience here.
Restored.
It'll only hurt a bit.
Oh, what?
Do not give in.
I didn't even see that guy. So this Udex is heavily protected. That's real unfortunate.
Where the wind blows, cannonballs fly.
What if we can also get Gael up there, though?
Remember the dead.
No.
Little explosives are just as good. This will occupy them for a bit. Need something, matey.
Now, you're gonna go around there.
Too many weeds here. This shall not. I have just one less to worry about.
Good.
Cannon is mightier than the sword.
Okay, so that's the Udex down. Progress.
Forgotten otherwise. Leaves are itching. Ready for a challenge.
Now, maybe we get Gael just out of trouble,
I like long shots.
Purge the undead.
which we need more timing for than that.
Restored.
Nothing was found.
Are any of these guys devs?
Aiden would be ashamed.
No.
Again.
Good.
Swiftly.
Yeah, you stay out of trouble.
Remedies for the dead.
And
I
then
do like this so far.
piss.
We need
Let's
Swift run.
lure
Coming
this
through.
acolyte over.
with the magistrate.
Let me see your soul. I gotcha.
Okay, so that's another guy down.
Interesting choice, Marley.
You'll never.
Hiding spot coming up. I do like this so
Can
far.
we get back up there successfully? We can.
Watch me go.
Can we get into that bush? We can. Good.
A little souvenir.
Now, he's come back over, and he's kind of watching this area.
This will draw them in.
But in a minute, he'll turn
Three little
away.
cuts. Ha, I have just the thing.
Oh, how did you see that? You're not. You're supposed to be looking at that target,
Let's
you
try
idiot.
again. Treat as many as you like. Let's cover this up. Even the weeds. All right.
Okay, so
Easy
that
fix.
Kindred is watching over this area.
What?
But that Kindred can't quite see in here. So theoretically, we can pull this
This'll
guy
draw
over.
them in.
It's a
Are you
nice
gonna see?
little stroll.
Oh no, you're going to see him. Okay, that's not going to work.
Oh, I like this one.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's go back a couple of quick saves because I didn't see those boxes. It'll only catch one of them, unfortunately.
One day
Unless...
I'll find out how you do it. Bien sûr.
Can Gael sit there? No, she can't because...
Remember,
Can she sit up top?
You can do better than that.
Yeah. Gael can sit up here. And then can she lure all three of this patrol into that box?
Guide your shot.
Any volunteers?
I'm not sure.
A little spectacle.
Oh,
just
I'll
for
have to
you.
note that down.
No. Well, we'll lure someone.
Oh, this is fascinating.
With the eyes of a Udex.
Okay, we only got one of them. That's a shame. But we got one of the patrol.
Fitting right.
Can we do better than that?
failure is irrelevant.
Can we get both the guys at the back? If we time it a little better. I feel like...
Oh, this is fascinating.
that should have hit that guy. Let's try that one more time.
Better luck next time.
Although actually no, let's just take out the commissarius.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. That time we got all three, even though those two were standing outside of the red box.
You never
Don't
cease
ask.
to amaze, Marley.
I shall ignore this impertinent interruption.
Yep. Let's all ignore this impertinent interruption. Okay, we're over here.
No cover? Easy. It's all in the one.
So we're going to leave that there.
Let me just take notes on that one.
And then we're going to send you away.
Food for the vine. Up we go.
Good. Oh, there's a Udex up there.
I
Well,
must return.
they did a very poor job. How might one get to them? Because there is that ladder that we used last time we were here, but we don't have Quentin this time, so that's off the menu. Does that guy move anywhere where he's out of attack range of Sister Frieda? I don't think so. So getting rid of the Kindred might be a good bet. Lady's already kind of in a good position to do so. Although that Udex... Yeah, they're not watching... Oh yeah, they are. They can see pretty well over here.
This plan's growing on me. Let's cover
can't
this.
quite see there.
Walk the other way.
And we're just about at the range. I don't think that's going to work, but
An
maybe it
island
will.
in the storm.
J'écoute.
Now, Gael.
Aye.
We need your distraction abilities over
Shoot
here
with the
somewhere.
conviction.
So that Commissarius has got a pretty good view over here.
Like moths to the firecracker.
And we haven't got amazing range on that. Maybe it's time for Zagan to get involved again.
Devotion is misguided attention. Acceptable as expected.
Because he can sneak in there without too much
Do
bother.
not waste blessed rounds. The orb speaks to me once more.
No.
A fascinating application of soul and
Everyone's watching that guy. Where's Pincus when you need
You'll
him?
never reach my rank like this.
Like,
Now, what do you want, real life Yuki? You're going to stand in the way again and be awkward. This is never a short mission. This is ridiculous. We still haven't even got the first one yet. Does it help if we go in here?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The possibilities.
I'm not going to find out if I keep
stretch
botching the
those
timing.
legs. Treatment's ready.
But in we
Never
go.
reach my rank like this.
Then we can work our way around to that door.
Nice capture.
So we can get up to the Prognostica,
Oh, this is fascinating.
who's up top. But they're probably being watched by that Udex. So yeah, that Udex needs to go. But we could do far worse than have Salady do it, because she's just great. What if she puts a bush over here?
Ha! I have just the thing. Cover seeds. Souls from the egg.
Maybe
needs
there, in
more
fact.
time.
Yeah, let's just whittle down some acolytes, and then we'll see
Fresh out of the lab.
what we can do from there.
Flame guides me.
I'll trim their noses.
Oh, bloody Udex though. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay, so still
Let me just
doesn't
take
really
notes on
help
that
being
one.
over here. We could get Zagan over here as well.
Is misguided.
Oh, piss.
Come.
Oh no, that's
Has to be
fine.
done.
Shoot with the conviction.
I spy.
I knew.
But then you can't jump across there.
I remember.
But from here,
The
let's
maiden.
think.
This moment is ours.
Of course, I apologize. The beauty of
So
the
that
construct
prognosticar
just
can see over
carried me
here. That one
away.
can't.
My premonition was correct.
Oh,
then.
that
I foresaw-
Udex can see over here as well. Very well.
Truly.
If I could just get through that door, which it looks like you should be able to,
The beauty of the construct just
then that would
carried
help.
me
I mean, we
away.
could come up that side though. Why haven't I been thinking about that?
Do like this.
This lady
so
can just
far.
climb up here, so why haven't I been
Hiding.
doing that?
Nature spreads unchecked.
This one's brand new.
Then this should work.
I know right where to cut. Ha! I have just the thing. Kill the body, free the soul. Swift shrub
Okay.
coming through.
Now, who's watching this Udex? No
They
one?
do seem a bit excessive, don't they?
Too many weeds here. One less to worry about. You wanna hide? Yeah.
Very well.
The maiden's
Oh, there's another of our prognosticars. Good.
Interesting.
Now that we're
choice,
over
Marty.
here,
Working on it.
we can lower that.
I will
Zagan can
I will
come
make
back around here.
Shoot with the conviction of a
I knew.
And up.
Careful.
Lady at the ready.
Don't let vanity.
Let's cover this. Ready for a
Okay, this is what I should have been doing. Is going up that side ladder there. But I didn't because I'm an idiot. I should remember
This
to just
plan's
look
growing
around.
on me.
Flame guides me this
Oops.
way.
Was that the wrong one, did us?
Let me return to my
Yeah, if
post.
plan's not working, I should look around and look
Not
for
fast
other
enough for you?
options.
It's a nice little stroll.
Okay, that guy's just refusing to come over.
Caught wandering anymore?
Watch me go.
The crossbow shape. It is curious. How did that come to be?
Need some. Souls from the ground.
Don't I walk this way?
Why not? Why don't you walk the way I'm telling you to walk?
Oh no, I must resume my task.
Oh, this is fascinating.
That would make life a lot
They
easier.
do seem a bit excessive.
It'll grow real fast.
Enticing.
Souls from the air.
Perfect representation.
Ah yes, a nice little stroll.
He's just walking over there, which isn't what I'm asking him to do.
Let me return to my post.
Very well. Where's Gael? If
Can
we have
keep
to
that
use all
one on
three,
Galadin
we'll
is
use all three.
mightier than the sword
Gael.
I stand against the tempest.
I want you to
The
distract
grapplers throw them.
over there, perhaps. Then Salady shank that one. Zagan shank that one.
A fascinating
We'll launch the
application.
distraction first.
Has to be done.
And then down everyone goes.
Yes,
That is how you plan to convince them? That sure looks like you've just thrown them in a state of endless prayer.
it is a similar procedure, yes. Once they return to consciousness, they're going to feel an irresistible urge to come to my estate and participate in the experiment.
Okay.
Best not forget.
Interesting choice,
Now,
Molly.
now that we've got them all out of the way, the Udex was the one stopping us taking out the Belguard, right?
Is it there?
Piss. There's got to be a spot over here where we're between sight
I
ranges,
like this one.
and Salady can lure in a guy and shank him. I mean, this over there is probably the spot.
Working on it. It'll grow real fast. Ah,
Yeah.
At your
from
service.
the ground. This'll draw them in.
Now you
Flame
come on
guides me
over.
this way.
Do like this so far. Next patient.
Yep, you didn't ring any alarms. You're imagining things. Right, so that's the Belguard gone.
Let me just take notes on that one. Why don't I walk? Coming right up. Let me see your soul. Kill the body. Breathe the soul.
That's another dude down.
I gotcha. You never cease to amaze, Marley.
Now, Kindred can see pretty far,
No cover,
but I don't think they can see far enough to stop us doing the same
like
thing
leaves in the
to that
wind,
guy.
but reversed.
Although, where do we do it from?
Oh, this is fascinating.
No, their range is too long. So, Kindred might need to be next to go. How is one going to do that? Although Prognostica needs to go, for sure.
Watch me go.
And now the Udex is gone. Who stops us from taking out the Prognostica?
I see both sides.
I'm going to say
I knew.
no one. So, let's sneak on in with Zagan.
Intriguing.
Oh, wait a minute. That follower. That Kindred. Luckily, we've got a spare guy out.
Cannonballs fly. I like long shots.
So,
Interesting
guy out.
choice.
Distract that guy.
A little
Addition
Zagan.
trumps.
Come laugh with that one. Okay, so that triggered that Prognostica because... Why exactly?
Erudition trumps all.
That's out of range by the look of it. It looks like he's not within range of this attack.
I don't look up to anybody. I do resist the noise.
Let's try it the other way around.
Lots of bring it.
Corrupted.
Okay, maybe it was the fact that we were engaged in a Prognostica duel that led to the problem. It made more noise.
I'll never get used to this.
So,
Another ace in the hole.
A little spectacle just for you.
6 grams of death root, 2 drops. Bring it.
Devotion is misguided attention. I will hold on to this.
there we go. We just had to... Nope, apparently that still got us seen somehow.
Let's see again. Like moths to the firecracker.
A little spectacle just for
Okay, so they're on the move.
Oh, I can grow lots of things.
Okay, that was Zagan who moved first, so that's why that didn't work.
Really?
So let's try the distraction again, and as soon as they turn... Yep, they're turning already.
Remedies for the dead.
I will hold on to this.
Good.
Not alone.
So that time we got away with it.
This will come in.
Oh, wait. Wait, was the problem there caused by the fact that Salady was standing up?
Energy brought us back, Marley.
Oh, I can grow lots of things.
Okay, that's what the problem was, is Salady was standing up for some reason.
Brought us
I guess she was standing up following the Prognostica's attack.
I stand against the tempest.
a little spectacle just for you.
Ah, let's stretch those roots.
The flame. The design deems us.
Okay, that time she got away with
The
it.
leaves cover all.
soul energy converted to plant matter.
Okay, if I'd
You
known
never
that
cease to
that was going to
amaze,
happen in that
Marley.
fashion, that would have been fine. But I didn't, so there we go. Now... how best to deal with this acolyte? Lure him behind here somewhere, perhaps? Yeah, let's try lowering this guy in over here.
Incoming.
That should be out of earshot
Scroll.
of the Kindred.
It'll only hurt a bit. Huh. Strange. Oh, no problem.
Good. Now, no one's watching the Kindred, right?
All right. Easy fix.
So Salady can just sit there,
This'll be fun
My
to
and
craft
cover.
Gael
is
can
comprehension.
find her way around
Bien sûr.
and lure the other one.
You'll never reach my rank like
Although,
this.
where are we going to lure the other one to? Because that guy's got range on his vision. Do we even need to kill this Kindred?
What ails your soul today?
Aim with the eyes
Like
of a
leaves in the
cat.
wind. Oh, this is fascinating.
Where my feet take me.
Maybe not.
Did the rite of patrol lead me astray?
My vision is eternal. Shoot with the conviction of
Yeah,
a
maybe we
prognosticator.
just distract them again with
How
Gael.
do
And
these
it cannons
memories
loose?
work, I
Where do I
wonder?
put this? They always forget.
And then
Let's
Yeah, we
stretch
just do the
those
old-
roots.
thing again.
Consider it accomplished.
Incoming.
And I will hold destruction.
What is it with these ominous words?
I am imprinting a passphrase into their minds which I will trigger once they come to my estate.
A passphrase. And what happens when you trigger it?
Then the plan will proceed.
And then what?
Sure as the storms.
Ah, well, maybe we don't need to know.
Why
Now,
not use my power?
let's go
Remember
and
the
find our last two targets. They're a good way away.
You'll never reach my...
I feel like this is being broken up into 2 episodes at this
Yes,
point.
you.
Maybe we start using
Tell you, the rope is heavy. Don't
Gael's
worry, you're dead in it.
canals, fire
Don't
people,
mind the
up onto some rooftops.
Here we are. This is where the fun begins. Marvelous.
And then she can run down here.
You're shot. I prefer my own way of travel.
No.
A little souvenir.
My craft is comprehension.
Watch me go.
From up here,
Flame
can
will
you
be mine.
Hedron that guy to distract him?
Aim with the eyes
So you
of
can
a have to be done.
Doesn't quite look as though you can reach him. Or maybe you can.
Oui, bourgeois.
Good. So that's the whole crew
Erudition trumps
escaped from
all.
this area.
Shoot with
Where's
the
target number
conviction of a prognosticator.
3. Not far off.
Souls from the
That
air.
bell guard needs to go. Can we lure them down here?
Wonder dust reverse. Working on it.
Not like that, we can.
Back here.
Although it looks like it was doable.
Walk the other way. Yeah, let me at him.
Yeah, that's the
Flame
bell
guides
guard
me
out.
this way.
3 little cuts. Next patient. I gotcha. Oh, I like that.
Do you have water for me?
No, you're not really watching it over there. But you are kind of watching the area. Let's think. You can't see that commissarius. This is good.
Above and below.
I had a vision. Is that?
I foresaw that.
Yeah, Sagan can go in there.
I
Could have
missed
done
the
it a
waves
little less
under my
clumsily,
feet.
but the main thing is Sagan is in there.
As you command.
Fate reveals
Now,
itself
Gael goes in
again.
there.
What ails your soul
And
today?
then Salady moves into a killing position on the
I
commissarius.
sense uncertainty.
Coming right up.
Whoa.
So she does this by sneaking around into this bush. Although from here, actually, why overcomplicate
like this
things?
So far. Swift shrub coming through.
Ah, because of that
I
acolyte.
sense
That's why we complicate
uncertainty
things.
approaching.
Cover seeds.
But maybe not.
This will draw them in.
I was thinking of a double distraction, and then we take out the
Too many
commissarius.
weeds
But
here. Up we go.
no, we just do that.
I seek
Yeah.
the curse.
I thirst.
I will make it.
Yeah, you go back this
Have
way,
water
Zagan, actually. I'd like you in that bush, if you
What do
please.
we have here?
I will hold
And then
them.
you can distract that guy.
The lady at the ready. Working on it. One less to worry about. It's all in the weeds.
Now, can we lure over this guy to here? Not while he's distracted.
Time it.
I paid the price.
Uncertain here.
I had
Oops. Did I press F?
Restored.
That was a mistake.
their worship
Time is
is
I meant to
misguided.
press G.
here.
Need something, matey.
We've done this dance a multitude of times in various games,
This way.
but that one was
3 little cuts.
particularly harmless because we could just load the
Food
quick
for
save.
vines.
No, you are in the bush, good. So,
Ready for a
this
chat.
shouldn't be too hard.
Our task.
Corruption
I witness my death.
denied.
Do these passphrases have to be so grim?
No, the actual verbiage does not carry any
Oh, come on,
significance.
Zagan, you're such an
These are
edgelord.
just the first things that come to my mind.
Oh, then why don't you pick something fun next time?
Fun? Like what?
Like cannon bomb or treasure dive.
Mine and your definition of fun could not be further apart.
At least he knows what fun means. That's a start.
Interesting choice, Marley.
Now, the final one is a fair way away, but there's not many people in the way. I know where that is. So we cut across here first, I think. So we've got a commissarius there.
What ails your soul today?
Now, you can't quite see that commie.
Treatment's ready.
That's curious. I thought you could.
Ah,
But then we could
soul
also
from the
just
ground.
lure you in anyway.
I'll trim their numbers. Next patient.
And that would have worked if we'd been quicker on it. So we can really take these two out in an order of our
Remedies for the
choosing.
dead. No cover? Ah, souls from the ground.
Memory captured.
Because, yeah, if you're
Let
going
me
to stand
see your
there,
soul. Kill the body. I gotcha. I do like this
then
so
you're
far.
down. Now, I don't know if anyone's watching
many
this
as you
acolyte,
like.
but we can... Oh, you kind of see
This
things, but
one's
not
brand
really.
new.
Walk this way.
3 little cuts. Huh. Strange soul pattern.
So that's another down.
Alright, yeah.
That commie cannot see where we are quite,
Like
so
leaves in the wind.
that's this
but
guy
reversed.
hopefully taken care of.
Working on it. Strange. It'll only hurt a bit.
Yeah. Just got caught.
Here again. A bush for height.
Maybe if we put our bush a little further back.
This will draw them in.
Ah, yes.
Coming right up.
Stroll.
Why are you going over there?
Oh,
That is
No.
blatantly not where I
I
told you
must
to
return
go.
to my right of patrol.
Very strange.
I like this
Wonder
one.
dust reverse.
Why don't I walk this way?
Why? Why you walk? Is it because of that lamp?
All right. Easy fix. Food for the vine. It's all
mean,
in the weeds.
That works.
No
That's the main
cover.
thing.
Easy fix. Switch shrubs coming through.
I must be imagining things.
Watch me go. Too many weeds here.
And then that's another down. So yeah,
Oh, no problem.
this has been
Up, up
what
we
feels
go.
like a long mission, but I guess it was really a medium. We just took forever to do the early parts of it.
You never cease to amaze, Marley.
No, let's think.
Oh, this
Let's get the whole
stand
crew
against
over
the
there.
test.
And then let's use Gael's distractions.
One day I'll find out how you do it.
mightier than the sword. This will occupy them for a bit.
Yeah, you go look at that. Don't worry about this bush
Remedies
that
for
wasn't
the
here
dead.
earlier.
Yeah, let me at it. One less to. I gotcha.
And that's you out the way.
I
Now, can we
don't
do the
look
same
up to
again when the other
anybody.
one comes back?
D'accord.
Does the other one come into range? No, they don't. Okay.
Bourgeois.
Erudition trumps all.
They grow from the soul.
What do you put in there,
So
Sulady?
let's just sneak on in. And then, are you watching this commie? Of course you are. Why wouldn't you be? However,
I miss the
Gael
waves under my feet.
can
It's going to be bumpy.
scoop up and fire Zagan.
Always a pleasure.
She always has fun doing that.
Must work. That
Ah.
was pretty.
Who saw us there? Ah, lots of people is the answer. I thought that was going to be too easy. So, yeah, that Udex has a good view of that area. But the commie comes back and forth, so this does work.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh, have we picked up Salady there? My bad.
Oh, what's the on the right? It's going to be bumpy. Cannot. Magnifique.
Right, because if we've only...
Work on my
Let's see.
landing.
Yeah, that commie goes back and forth. You can't see over nearly the entire bridge, though, so...
Crackles draw them.
My craft is comprehension.
Yeah. Maybe this plan won't work. Unless we could get a bush up there. Oh wait, we're back here. I hadn't saved after I killed the last guy.
Ready for a challenge. Let me see your soul. Next.
So let's kill that guy again.
Gotcha. Coming right up.
No.
Endless studies.
Yeah, Zagan can't drop down, unfortunately. And I think if he comes down the ladder, he will probably get sighted. So before we quick save it at this point,
Perhaps a confessor can help.
okay, so someone saw that. Is that because I ran? Or is it just that someone below naturally sees Zagan there? Either way, is it worth coming around? I mean, Salady can do so without too much difficulty.
Working on it.
Well, now.
Or at least she could if that guy didn't just suddenly turn. Yeah, you bugger off again, please.
Working on it. Need some cover?
And then, yeah, let's just
3 little
lure you in
cuts.
for a shanking.
Food for the vine.
Who saw that?
Vicious
Oh, there's a
man.
Udex over there. That answers that question.
Remember.
How far can they see? Pretty far. But they can't quite see to here.
Can we keep that one for
But
later?
that's well out of range of Wanderlust, so that doesn't really help.
Wasn't so
Gael,
bad,
can you
was
fire
it?
Salady up onto there? You can. Good.
A fine shot. Too many weeds here.
I'm pissed. Why is there an acolyte down there that can see
We're
that?
back, huh?
There's nowhere around here where we can swim up to that custodians. What if
It'll grow real fast.
we
Treatment's ready. Souls from the ground. Needs
throw
more
a
time.
bush over there?
Not fast enough for you? It's all in the roots. Oh, this is fascinating.
Well, now.
Yeah. And then that guy sees us. But that's fine, we can do it with
We're
Gael.
back, huh?
I shouldn't have even worried about
Oh,
that.
this is fascinating.
Yeah. Let's
No cover?
throw a bush over there.
Let's cover
Yeah.
where the wind blows, cannonballs fly.
Let's fire
Get too comfortable.
Gael.
Always a pleasure.
Fire Salady into there.
Let's capture
And
that
then what if we put a
moment in
distraction here?
A little spectacular.
Standing
Just for
around.
You're going to go over and have a look.
Ha, I am just
And then an accident
And
happens.
so it happened. I must remain as it is written.
And
I
then,
miss the waves under my feet.
with you being over here,
What happened here? This must be
Sure as a
for
stone.
reason. Strange.
can we
There
then...
must be a mistake.
Little explosives are just as good.
What right is appropriate here?
The right of you're going to die.
A cruel twist of fate, perhaps?
Can we...
This will occupy them for a bit.
Yes,
It was
we
meant to
can.
be, I suppose.
Their
Nothing.
worship is misguided.
Now, are these two out of sight? I hope so.
I stand against the tempest. Swiftly.
Good. So that's that pain in the butt acolyte out of the way. Now, is there anyone stopping Salady
Incoming.
from
Swift
just
scrub, coming through.
shanking that guy? I mean, he is probably, but only temporarily.
I know right where to come. Oh, no problem. What? Are you crazy?
Now,
Watch me go.
so Salady could climb up there at this point. I mean, now there's no reason why we can't do the old cannon trick.
I don't look up to anybody.
Aside from the fact that Gael already has someone loaded in a cannon.
Let me tell you. Don't worry, you're dead anyway. Marvelous.
Lovely. I think we're finally nearing the end of this
Here we are,
long-ass mission.
working on it. It'll grow real fast. You wanna hide, yeah? 3 little cuts. Kill the body. Up we go.
Yes.
Coming right up.
Pop down here, please, lady. Say
My
again.
craft is comprehension.
Can you get in? Yeah, you can, because that
Acceptable.
guy's just not paying enough attention.
Let's stretch.
Through the
Yeah.
And finally, Prognostica number 4 goes down.
Take this
focus, the flame.
cannon bomb.
Yeah.
Ah, you do have a sliver of humor in you.
A spontaneous experiment I've immediately come to regret. Nevertheless, the prognosticars will be at my estate once we arrive there.
Let us leave this place behind us.
Yes, let us leave this place behind us. This mission took forever.
I will make it work.
Back to the
My
Marlin.
mind
Experiments
is
away.
Jeez. So we completed 6 of 8 missions. Complete 5 missions with each crewmate. So I guess Gael was the last. No, Gael's now completed their 5th mission. So we've got 2 crewmates who haven't yet done 5. Which is probably the last 2 we picked up. Other badges aren't particularly thrilling. So all is well there. 36 minutes, that felt so much longer. Probably because of all the failing and reloading we had to do. But yeah, I should have learned by now, when it says that a DLC mission is short, it actually means you're going to be here all afternoon. But that's fine, we were mostly clearing out spots we've been to before, so that technically helped. But we came here last time with different characters, so it didn't really help, because we had to come up with new strategies. But then that's the fun of coming back to the same maps with different people. And yes, the lady barring away the MVP there. There we go, now Zagan needs to talk to Aethir to set up his next bit of mission. But because that was a long old mission, I think we'll do some talking next time. Until then, thanks for watching, friends.